the product is like infinitely photogenic, right? Like when you come and play at some of these awesome locations, and that's the blessing of having a cool location. Like our best location in New York is on a rooftop. There's like graffiti on the roof. It's well lit. I mean, it's just a cool space. We didn't make the space. The space was there. We found it. We got the permission to play on it. But every time you shoot up there, it's like, man, this just looks so cool. And it like it sells this, it sells itself. People see the pictures, they see the videos, they want to come and play. And then you walk up in the rooftop and like, holy cow, this thing's amazing, right? And so we've been able to pull in a whole bunch of sponsors that have wanted to do stuff with Street FC. And another co-founder of ours, Steven, who's our COO, he's come up with this idea, which is like, oh, well, we make billboards that you can play on. And so, we did a partnership with the Red Bulls, the MLS team, and we did a partnership with Bundesliga, the German top flight league. And, they've partnered with us to take the courts that we have and we paint the courts, not to look like a soccer court or soccer field. We paint it like to look like a billboard for them. And then, you paint the lines on top of that, and then people play on top of the billboard. And then all the photos and everything shows up on Instagram. Like it just looks so much like it looks cool anyway. And then their logo's like on the court. And so this idea has a lot of traction and a lot of stickiness with brands. And we have a lot of inbound interest from people that want to do this. The tricky part is like, we can't paint all the places because we don't own all the places. So we have to find cool places where we can work with the city or work with a school or work with the person that owns the parking lot so that we can decorate those spaces. So, spaces look cool in the daytime anyway, but they also look extra cool when we're playing on them. That's been a pretty good business driver for the company too. Like if you rewind 6 months, we raised about $2 million in funding to grow the company, which is awesome. We have a great group of investors. And, we're putting together the story for like, how does the company work? And at one point, it's almost like a math problem. Like, well, if you want to make X amount of dollars, you have to sell X amount of slots and people have to pay for subscriptions. This means this amount of games, this amount of players. And it's like, you could grind it out and make the math problem version of Street FC work. Or the other version is like, hey, we just have this like really cool community of people that want to play, that want to talk about what we're doing, are posting on social media. And like it's almost like an advertising vehicle, which is where the sponsorship stuff is happening. The stuff with EA Sports, the stuff with Bundesliga and the Red Bulls. It's really exciting because I feel like we're kind of inventing this new format. And I mean, all this credit goes to Steven with the billboard you can play on idea, but it's like, it's awesome. We've been pitching this and people love it. And so it's like, how do we bring that to more cities? And then how do we use that to finance the Street FC expansion into as many US cities as we can get into?
Yeah, it's awesome. It makes a lot of sense too, in terms of a billboard for yourselves and also a billboard for these brands at the same time. So you can also get paid to create that content that then fuels the flywheel for acquisition and interest and things like that as well.